You're now listening to Empty Opinions with Eladio Polanco.
Alright, Free Tory Lane's X Drake Type Beat No Lie 2020. Produced by Dilly Got It Bumpin'. That's the producer. Alright. Solo episode, everybody. Because I couldn't find a fucking guest. Nowhere. Like, I asked like 5 people in a day just for today. But it was too short late notice. So it was too short notice for people, so they couldn't make it.
Got it bumping.
Hey, you know I'm next, baby. I don't gotta flex, baby. You just know I got them checks coming in the mail. For that bitch, I know she want a real mail. I ain't talking about no postcard. Yeah, you know I go hard when I'm in that paint like I'm playing ball. Yeah, bitch, you know I'll never fall. And you know that I get high, bitch. Get high, bitch. I just need to go to fucking Cambridge in New York. That's where I'ma get me a Hispanic shorty. Wait, never mind. I don't really like them cause they get real crazy. No lie, yeah, you know I'm all about growth. Yeah, you know that's what I gotta do. Yeah, you know that I flow like piranhas do. Yeah, and you know I flow like a fucking river. All you people always tryna say all this shit tryna get to me, but that shit won't get to me like the coke that I drink to my liver. Damn, that rhyme took too long to get there. Yeah, you know I'm not arrogant, but I'm tryna air this shit again. I'm tryna reveal what I'm trying to do. All these people talking shit. All these people talking shit. Always tryna exaggerate. For the bitch, I'm not like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. When I'm freestyling, you know I go wild. Yeah, progressive like that guy from the insurance commercial. Wait, am I thinking of Allstate or State Farm? I don't know. I just know I gotta show that I'm the best, despite the hate that I get from the rest. Yeah, you know I never rest. Yeah. I'm just trying to one day live in luxury. Yeah, you know this comes to me so easily. I don't know what I'm doing in this shit. I'm trying to do this shit like a sport. I don't play no games, ho. I don't play no games, ho. I know that you're trying to stay with me forever, but that ain't gonna happen because I'm trying to stay in my lane. All right. Listen, that freestyle wasn't bad, and it's been a while since I've done a solo episode of these, so it's gonna be a little weird to try to get back into it. I don't remember what the last solo episode was. All right, there we go. Let's jump straight into the next fucking thing. I didn't mean for it to get there, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you can't control what happens. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've done a solo episode. I didn't want to do in a solo episode. I tried my best to get a host, or not a host, a guest, but couldn't find anybody to do it, man. And that's what happens when you procrastinate. I don't want to procrastinate when it comes to this podcast. I want to actually have guests lined up. I want every time I do an episode to have fucking 5 backed up. That's what I'm going to try to do. Like, actually get them back to back to back to back so I don't have to struggle. Because I want every episode to have a guest. But sometimes, you know, there's just extenuating circumstances. There's been a couple of times that I didn't have a guest, that somehow people just were able to come through and like be a guest in very short notice. Unfortunately, that luck kind of ran out for this episode. All right, before I start the actual episode, I'm just gonna do a little bit of housekeeping for what I would normally do in the other episodes. I will record like a separate intro talking about everything, but you know, I'm just gonna do everything in one episode. Make sure you follow my Twitter. Like, all the descriptions or all the links or everything I'm talking about is going to be in the description of this episode, YouTube and otherwise. So make sure you check out all the links that I'm going to mention. Follow me on my Twitter. A link is below, like I said. There I'm starting to post more and more tweets. Sometimes I go a couple of days without tweeting, but sometimes, you know, I either go a couple of days without tweeting or I tweet like 5 tweets in a day. You never know. It's very inconsistent, but there's still good tweets, I think. Also, make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Maybe I should start giving the handles. Nah, fuck it. I mean, Twitter is ELADIO_PR, and then Instagram is ELADIO.PR. Make sure you follow me there on Instagram. Don't post as many pictures, but I do post stories regularly. Trying to stay more active on there. Make sure you subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. Not a lot of content there, but and don't know what kind of content I want to make, but I'll figure something out, and I would like you guys to be subscribed to it for when the actual good content comes. And also, if you're a movie fan, make sure you follow me on Letterboxd. That's like a social media app for movie buffs, which in a previous episode I said was a white thing, and I still stand by that. Make sure you follow me there. And in terms of the podcast stuff, make sure you follow the podcast Instagram, Empty Opinion Pod. That's the hub. That's the central hub for the podcast. I have a website, but it doesn't really work, and I don't want to share it with people. So in the Instagram pages, when when new episodes are coming out, and you also get like short clips on there of each episode. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you follow the podcast's YouTube channel. Empty Opinions Podcast, I believe it's called. That's what the YouTube channel is called. If you search it on YouTube, it should be like the first thing that pops up. I have an actual pretty good SEO, I think. I'm going to have to research it like in incognito mode. So like the cookies and shit don't come up, because obviously it's my podcast. So I think if I Google it myself, that's what is going to pop up. But I believe I do have a pretty good SEO. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. There you get the full episodes with the video version, and you get longer clips, like video clips, longer than a minute, which those clips will usually go on the Instagram. And also make sure you follow the podcast Spotify playlist. There, what can I say? I mean, sometimes good songs, sometimes not so good songs. I think most of the good songs come from me. Most of the bad songs come from the guest, because I can never control what song they're going to choose. But whatever, fuck it, man. Just take a look in there. It's pretty good music. I like music, so that's a part of the podcast that I always highlight. So make sure you follow that. But that's just the fucking, the what the fuck am I trying to say? That's just the housekeeping. Now let's get into the real shit. I'm trying a new format for this episode, since it's just solo and I haven't done this solo episodes in a while. I'm gonna split it into pop culture, random thoughts, shut the fuck up, which is the segment where I read Instagram stories, and Q&A, which I asked people for questions to do a Q&A, and I hadn't done it in this was 2 months ago, so I'm finally gonna do those. That's how I'm gonna end the episode. So I guess there's a little bit of structure to this podcast. Usually there's really not. It's just a conversation, but for once it does. All right, let's talk about some pop culture stuff, man. Pete Davidson has been in the news a lot, and will continue to be in the news a lot as the year goes on, but I'll get a little bit more into that in a second. But yeah, Pete Davidson is in the news because he recently did an interview with Charlemagne the God, where he kind of dished out a lot. He was very, very transparent and honest. A lot of the discourse has to do with Pete Davidson hating kind of SNL and not wanting to be there. So that's been, I think, the main focus. Oh, who's coming in? Oh, I thought somebody was coming in to fucking the back door. Regardless, what was he saying? Pete Davidson. Yeah, so a lot of the news that he's made is just talking about how he doesn't really like SNL, because if he's not sure, to paraphrase, he's not sure if he's in on the joke or he is the butt of the joke, because he is the butt of the jokes a lot, but he doesn't know if it's in the joke or if he is the joke, and he doesn't really like that. They talked about a lot more stuff in the interview, which I really like, and I think that interview made me like him a lot, and simultaneously made me hate the people that don't like him, because I feel like he gets a lot of unjustified hate. Like, you can think he's not funny, right? I think there's a lot of factors when it comes to why people hate Pete Davidson. One, people don't think he's funny, mainly because the role that he's had in SNL isn't the best. Like, he's not good at sketch. He himself says it on the interview. He's not good at sketch comedy. He's not good at doing characters, which is what most of SNL is. You know what I mean? And he might be a good writer. He said he likes writing, but regardless, it's almost like SNL kind of gave him a big platform for sure, but that was not the right place for him, I don't think. And I mean, I don't think he's pretty much said it, but he has pretty much said that he's not the right environment for him, because on top of those things not being what he's strong at, and that's why I think a lot of people don't find him funny, he also doesn't like the cutthroat nature of SNL, which is something that a lot of people know. It's like everybody's trying to compete for minutes and try to get their sketches out there, right? And he's saying that's something he doesn't really like, that environment, which makes sense because he has struggled with a lot of mental health issues. You know what I mean? Which, he talks about in the interview. So, but on top of all that, so that's one thing, right? I think people don't like him. Some people hate him. I think some people hate him because they don't think he's funny based on the contributions that he's made to SNL, and a lot of people feel like he's been coddled and given a lot of opportunities, which he has. I think he has, but I think it's more of, like I said, a mental health thing. Like, I think Lorne Michaels, the main guy who runs SNL, he kind of took a liking to Pete Davidson probably, and so I think I don't know. I think that's why he's been getting a lot of breaks and why he's been getting some kind of special treatment, which is another reason why people probably hate him, because he feels like it's unjustified special treatment. And I mean, I can understand that, but I think I don't think I don't think people should hate him as much as they do, right? Like, if you actually want to see if he's funny or not, you should watch his comedy, his stand-up comedy. He has some really good stand-up comedies. SMD, his special on Comedy Central was pretty good. I couldn't get through the Alive from New York because it just didn't seem like it was going into the right places, at least in terms of quality, so I kind of shut it down. It's funny, Netflix sent me a notification. I'm like, make sure you finish watching this? And I'm like, what the fuck? They do that now? And I'm like, no, Netflix, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to keep watching. Regardless, what else was it? Oh, and this is the bigger point. This is the reason I think a lot of people don't like Pete Davidson, is that he's been with so many beautiful and popular women, and people don't see why they're with him. And I think a lot of people are hating on him for that, especially the fact that they've alleged he has a really big, piece. So I think that's a lot of reasons. That's at least one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like him. And if you watch the interview, you can see he's just kind of like a honest, cool, or at least normal guy, right? So I don't know if that hate is justified, and that's what makes me mad. I think a lot of people are hating on him. When the internet hates on people, it's just, sometimes it's ruthless, man, and it's uncomfortable. And you can imagine why he got out of, social media in the first place. Are you serious? With how much vitriol people show Pete Davidson? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he would have killed himself by now if he was still on Twitter or on Instagram. I mean, he's tried to kill himself already. So it's like, wait, no, I don't think he's tried. He's had suicidal thoughts, but he's never committed suicide because he feels like he has to stay there for his family. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the hate that Pete Davidson is getting, it's not. I don't like that people hate Pete Davidson. Especially if you watch that interview, I think he's a genuine person. And I can kind of relate with him in some ways, at least what he was talking about when it comes to love and which is apparently he has borderline personality disorder, which is something I think I have, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I cannot connect with him in a way, and that's probably why I'm mad that people hate him. But I think some of them have. It's not. You can't completely dismiss the idea that he does get some preferential treatment, despite not having the best output at his workplace, right? So that makes sense to me. All right, what else have we got to talk about? Deontay Wilder got beat the fuck up by Tyson Fury. I don't even know. Listen, going into the fight, I mean, I think Tyson Fury won his last fight. I think Deontay Wilder won his last fight too. I mean, Deontay Wilder's last fight, he knocked somebody's soul out. It was wild. You know what I mean? It was freaking crazy. So, this rematch was highly anticipated. A lot of people thought Tyson Fury should have won the match, but he knocked down Tyson Fury 2 times. He almost got knocked out pretty much before he stood up like the fucking Undertaker. But, yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, oh yeah, and then this fight happens. It was funny. Is I was watching a bootleg from YouTube, from this YouTuber, right? And it was gone for a while, right? And for some reason, the thumbnail of that live stream was a picture of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. The title wasn't leaked fight, but I think just the thumbnail itself kind of gave away what he was doing. And the stream was quickly taken down. I was like, fuck, I wanted to watch this fight. So I never actually watched the fight. I've just seen the highlights and all the Twitter clips and stuff. And man, Tyson Fury apparently fucked Deontay Wilder all the way up. Bad. He really messed with him. And I mean, apparently from the first couple of rounds, he had his ear bleeding. And then Tyson Fury was licking the blood. That was wild. That's how you know this. If this was in the first 2 rounds or whatever, I think it was. if this was exactly when his ear started bleeding and this motherfucker started licking the blood, yeah, I think that should have been a sign to everybody that he was gonna win the fight. When your opponent starts licking your blood, I think it's over, man. I think even that gets in your head, like, "Oh, I'm tasting the blood that I caused." You know what I mean? That's wild. That's some wild mind games, regardless of how disgusting you may think it is. But yeah, I mean, Deontay Wilder just got fucked up. I mean, and the whole time I'm thinking, come on, Deontay, like, hit him with a fucking punch. But he just couldn't do it. I think, and it was because either, I don't know what it was, but I think just Tyson Fury outboxed him completely. Like, Deontay Wilder, like I said, I was literally just waiting for Deontay, because all it takes is that one punch by Deontay Wilder. That's what's crazy, right? Like, he could be losing the whole fight. He gets a good punch in, and you're knocked down. This guy has incredible fucking fight strength. I mean, have you guys seen that clip of Deontay Wilder punching the Mexican mascot on TV with his bare knuckles and fucking breaking the guy's jaw and giving him a concussion? Yeah, that's the kind of boxer he is. That's the kind of boxer he is. So, you know, there was still a little bit of hope. Like, the whole fight was going bad. I mean, the guy had to throw in the towel in the 7th round because he probably thought, nah, you're gonna get killed in there. But I don't know. I just expected Deontay Wilder to pull off like that one fucking magic punch. Yeah, but Tyson Fury fucked him up. It was also a thing of like, I think there's this weird thing, and again, I always gotta bring the race into it, and I'm sorry guys, but it's just sometimes I can't not notice it. But I feel like there was a black versus white dynamic, and not in a racist, like, not in like the MMA way where like Karan Usman or whatever the fuck was fighting Colby Covington or whatever the fuck that was just fighting the guy with the MAGA hat, which apparently is a character, but still, it wasn't like that racial. It's like the black African guy is gonna beat up the fucking MAGA hat guy. That's wild. No, but I think this one was still kind of, I think people were rooting for Deontay Wilder because he was black. Like, the black community wanted to support him. But, and I don't think people really hate Tyson Fury or think he's racist or any of that. They're just like, oh, this Russian guy or whatever he is. But, yeah, it was, I think there was a racial aspect of most black people were rooting for Deontay Wilder. They were like, Deontay Wilder is going to fuck him up, and then, you know, this guy gets outboxed in every level until they have to throw in the towel in the 7th round, you know. And should have, yeah, whatever. I was going to get into a whole other discussion of like, that apparently Deontay Wilder said he would have preferred to die in the ring. No, man, don't do that. It's not, come on, it's not that big of it. It's not worth all that. You know what I mean? It's not worth all that. But yeah, that was a crazy fight, and I can't wait to see the rematch or the third fight. Hopefully, I have money to buy the fucking pay-per-view. I'm gonna go change the camera now, and I don't have anybody to talk while I'm gone, so I'm just gonna yell from across, or not across, from right here. But still, I'm just gonna keep talking. I think you guys can slightly hear me. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully you do. Why do I have this type of camera? I don't know, man. I'm gonna need to hack this thing again. Maybe, because I've been using like a MP4. Like, I used to have it where like, or not MP4, but I used to have it a certain format that format probably prohibited this camera from recording longer than 20 minutes. I'm actually gonna try. After this episode is done, I'm going to do an experiment to see how long this camera goes on for recording without any problems. So hopefully this fixes the problem. If not, I'll reset the camera. So I'm going to install the hack that I used to have. So yeah, all that shit is going on. Let me fix this shit. Come on. There we go. I think that's good. That is good, baby. I got the mic set up perfectly. All right. Jesus freaking Christ. Let's talk about this Bad Baby and Sky Jackson thing, man. I don't even know how the fuck this started. I have no idea. But I guess Sky Jackson must have said something that made Bad Baby. If you don't know what Bad Baby is, that's the Catch Me Outside girl. That's her rap name. Danielle Brigoli is her name. I wouldn't be surprised she's Sicilian. Because she acts like the blackest type of white, but blackest type of Italian. And Brigoli does sound like an Italian last name. But what else was I saying? Oh yeah, Bad Baby and Sky Jackson were fucking beefing for whatever reason. Like, what? This is the most random fucking, like, I even tweeted this. I'm like, why is the Cash Me Outside girl trying to beef with Sky Jackson, the little girl from Jessie from Disney Channel? You know what I mean? Like, she became popular from being a little girl, and now she's like 17 or something, same age as the Cash Me Outside girl. But it's just like, how the fuck did this beef start? And who wants to pick a fight with Sky Jackson, the little girl from fucking Jessie? Like, what? Like, when I'm like, I don't even know how that's even fathomable. Unless fucking this Catch Me Outside girl didn't grow up watching Jessie. You know what I mean? that would be the only way that that this would make sense, right? Because it's like, if you grew up, I think my generation grew up watching Jessie, right? With fucking, what the fuck is her name? I don't remember. But Jessie and Cameron Boyce, rest in peace. And the Indian kid, and then Sky Jackson, and then the white girl. You know what I mean? That whole family. That was a good show. I like that show. But it's like, if you grew up watching that show, why would anybody want to beef with fucking Sky Jackson, the little girl from Jessie? She could be 50 years old. I'm still going to see her as the little girl from Jessie. And if you see somebody like that, why would you want to fight somebody who you see as a little girl from Jessie? Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but this is wild. What is the fight? And now the funniest thing is now their parents are beefing. Now, like, the Sky Jackson's mom is threatening to fuck up the Cash Me Outside girl's mom. Listen, let's make this a fucking WrestleMania event, right? WrestleMania is right around the corner. Let's put fucking Bad Baby and her mom versus Sky Jackson and her mom in a fucking tag team. Yo, can you imagine it? We'll start seeing Bad Baby doing fucking suplexes of Sky Jackson, and then surprise appearance from Jessie out of nowhere. They hit the music of the theme show, and she starts running down with a chair. Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious. One can only dream, because that would be so fucking funny. Can you imagine that? Oh my god. Wait, there were some big guests on Jessie. Wasn't the Michelle Obama on Jessie? She was. Imagine, like, just all the fucking characters from Jessie all come out of nowhere versus the Catch Me Outside girl. Oh my god. The Catch Me Outside girl's, like, interest music will be one of her songs. You know what's so funny too? I do actually like some of her music. The Catch Me Outside girl. She has some good music. It's just wild. Why is this a thing? I can't fucking stop laughing at this situation. It's wild. Listen, that's what 2020 is so far. A lot of tragedy and a lot of wild shit. All right, and talking about wild shit from 2020, the corona fucking virus, man. It might be legit. Listen, I still don't. It looks like it is a real threat, but I'm almost in denial with this coronavirus shit. You know what I mean? Because I remember when it first came out, I'm like, oh, it's in China, you know, the brand new big virus. I was kind of comparing it to Ebola because that's the most recent example I can think of like this big virus that people were catching that was killing people, but it never really made it to the United States. So I was like, this shit is going to go away real quick. And it has only increased since then. The only reason I'm not too worried about it yet is because it's not in the United States. And even then, I think I just saw a headline that says San Francisco under emergency because they found some coronavirus patients. And apparently there was some coronavirus fucking people here. And not here, but in the northeastern area. But I don't know if that's true or not. I don't remember. But it's just like... I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe this coronavirus shit. Like, I don't think, you know, it looks like it's a real threat. And I even saw a video on Twitter where, like, it was showing the pace of each of the deaths at around the same time frames. And, like, you see, like, I don't remember what the sickness was. It was about 5, and Ebola was there, and coronavirus was there. And coronavirus started, like, 4th or 5th out of the 5, the lower once, and then it comes to a point where, like, it completely eclipses everything, like, by a lot. And I just saw that. I'm like, ooh, shit, maybe we are doomed. Listen, if coronavirus is the shit that takes us out, if something as stupid as the fucking term coronavirus takes us out, nah, bro, nah. I'm gonna be mad. If that's what kills me, if that's what stops me from becoming the biggest fucking broadcaster in human history, The coronavirus. How fucking... That's wild, too. How did they even come up with the coronavirus name? Like, why corona? Like, what's the Latin root of corona that they added it to this virus? Because all I can think of, and I think of pretty much everybody, all I can think of is just the beer. You know what I mean? Especially like Dominicans. I mean, that's all we drink here in the United States. If you're in the Dominican Republic, you drink like Presidente or something like that. But if you're here, it's Coronas all day, baby. Corona Lights, Corona, the full bottles. It's wild. Man. But something called coronavirus should not be able to kill the fucking humankind. They got to come up with something. Come on. Get rid of the shit, man. Ebola, I would have rather Ebola kill everybody than coronavirus. Because Ebola has just a cooler name. Ebola could be the virus of a movie if you're watching. But coronavirus? Y'all want to die from coronavirus? Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And I've already made this joke. I know a lot of people have probably made this joke, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I can catch a coronavirus, or the coronavirus won't do anything to me. Because exactly like I said, we drink a lot of Coronas. I think we're fucking immune to this shit. All right, man. I hope we don't die from coronavirus, bro. If we die from coronavirus, I'm going to be so mad. I don't know how many times I got to say that, but I will. I will be really fucking angry. Oh, all right. Fuck it. Coronavirus might be a real threat. I don't know. It looks like it's a real threat, but I'm not buying the hype, bro. I don't believe the hype. I don't think the hype is real for it. Wait, what was the recent phrase somebody said? The hype is real. There's something that has a lot of hype behind it. I don't remember, but it wasn't Zion. Although the hype is real with him, but nah, the hype ain't real with the fucking coronavirus. I doubt that's actually gonna kill us all. I doubt it. All right, and the last thing that I want to talk about in the pop culture segment, Steven Spielberg's daughter wants to be a porn star, and this is fucking crazy. This and not even like the situation itself, but if you try to put yourself in Steven Spielberg's shoes, right? Steven Spielberg is one of the greatest living movie directors of all time. He's definitely for sure. He's like a legend at this point with all the movies he's done. Jaws, Jurassic Park, the Color Purple. I think he did. Why can't I think of most of these movies? Minority Report, was that him? Yeah, Munich. That's not even one of his biggest movies. Why can't I remember his big movies? Oh, the Indiana Jones trilogy. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. It's all him. So he's a very popular movie director. But you know what? As wild as this is, right? That his daughter wants to be a porn star. It kind of makes sense, because it's like if you think about when daughters want to rebel against their dads, right? They usually want to do the opposite of what their dad is doing, right? And even like I was watching a Hot Ones episode of with Zoe Kravitz, where she was talking about how she wanted to be like a lawyer or not get tattoos because she wanted to rebel against her parents who were hippies and got tattoos and didn't care about anything, right? They were open with a lot of stuff. So then she was trying to rebel about that by being like more closed off. What the fuck am I trying to say? Fuck it. You know what I'm trying to say. Regardless. Right. So what I'm trying to say is that daughters and kids usually try to rebel from what their parents is doing. But they also low-key want to imitate their parents, right? Because it's just what they've been watching their whole life. And it's almost in their DNA. So if you think about it, this is like the most, as shocking as it kind of is, it actually makes a lot of sense, because it's her doing something that I'm sure her dad is mad at. I mean, can you imagine if you're Steven Spielberg and your fucking daughter is like, I want to be a porn star? Which, look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a porn star, but let's not act like being a porn star is a respected thing socially. You know what I mean? It's not. People don't look at porn stars in a good light. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I don't think that's right, but that's just what it is. It's not a good, and I don't know if it should be wrong either. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the porn star thing. I don't know. There's a taboo. I mean, I'm trying to think. Do you think they were like porn stars back in the day? Like people were fucking for money, and then people were watching just in caves or something? I don't know. I'm going too deep with this. Regardless, what am I trying to say? But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that she's kind of doing. This kind of makes sense, because being a porn star allows her to be in the entertainment industry, in the movie industry, just in the adult movie industry and not the regular industry that her dad is in. Yo, can you imagine if Steven Spielberg directed a porno? That would be... Who wouldn't watch that? I'm not saying of his daughter, because that would be creepy, obviously. But just a porno in general. How would you react? Bro, Steven Spielberg porno would be kind of interesting. It would probably be better than any of his fucking movies, honestly, because I don't like really any of them. I like Minority Report. Try watching Munich. I almost fell asleep. You know, I feel like Steven Spielberg just has a kind of dry style. It's like an old school style. It's not really flashier, modern. It doesn't get my fucking juices flowing. Unlike his daughter is gonna be having. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Fuck it. You know what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is that it's just interesting, man. This is just an interesting predicament. Like, if you're Steven Spielberg and your daughter is gonna be an adult actress and is gonna star in adult movies, she's gonna be kind of following your footsteps, except in the sex industry, in the adult industry. So can you be that mad at it? I mean, Steven Spielberg looks like the most old school white dude of all time. Has he ever had he's had the one black movie, The Color Purple. That's it. He's not really, doesn't have like a lot of diverse shit. Same with Martin Scorsese. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. Like, I think he should be more supportive, probably, right? I mean, I understand why he's like kind of taken aback, why he doesn't approve of her being a fucking porn star, right? I think that's a classic question. I feel like a lot of guys, as supportive as you want to be, I don't know if you want to be so supportive that you are happy that your daughter's fucking guys on camera. Especially when, as a dad, you're kind of way more guarded with your daughter. Like, you are really like attached to them and you don't want them to go through any trouble. So, you know, obviously you don't want to see your daughter fucking. You know what I mean? Nah, hell, this is wild. I don't even know how Steven Spielberg's feeling. You can be sure I'm going to check out this his daughter's first acting gig. Bro, this is really wild. The only reason this is bad is because it has sex in it. But if you look at it without the sex, she's literally just doing what her dad has been doing, and just in the movie industry. Just, you know, instead of like implied sex, it was actual sex. And actually the sex is kind of the focus point of it. Man. Prayers for Steven Spielberg, I guess, and, you know, showing my support to his daughter. I should know her name. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know his name. But, I mean, it's not fucked up because it's Steven Spielberg. So I'm going to know Steven Spielberg's name more than his daughter. You know what I mean? Just because now she's going to become a porn star don't mean she should be a household name. You know what I mean? Alright, fucking, man. That was the pop culture segment. A lot of pop culture shit in there. That was fun. The fuck sent me oh no, nobody sent me a message. Alright, moving on to another segment, the next segment, which is called Random Thoughts, where I just talk about random thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Ella May and Kiana Lady, I think is how you say it, Lady, I think it's Lady, are the same person. And you might know who Ella May is by the song Boot Up. You might not know who Kiana Lady is. She's like also like an upcoming R&B singer. Listen, one time, I mean, I've always had this belief, but I recently just saw a video that Kiana Lady is putting out, and she's becoming pretty successful. Right, Kiana Lady? Like, when I first found out about her, she was kind of like a kind of underground artist. Now she's kind of pretty big. Not as big as Ella May, but she's getting there. She has a Quavo feature. Nah, not Quavo. Offset feature. So she's getting some big names. And I'm sure when her album comes out, which is probably going to be this year, she's going to have some hits in there for sure in the R&B space. But from the moment I saw the cover of one of her EPs, Kiana Ladies, I'm like, why does this girl look exactly like Ella May? Like, exactly like Ella May. And I was like, what the fuck? It was weird. It weirded me out. But Kiana Lady was such a low-level artist. Like, not a lot of people knew her, kind of underground, that I never said anything because, like, nobody was going to know what I was talking about. Now people know who the fuck Kiana Lady is. Lady. Is that how you say it's Lady? Lady? I don't fucking know. There's an accent mark on the knee. I can't pronounce that shit. Kiana. Even Kiana is a weird name. Whatever. Well, I don't know. I'm getting off topic. They look the same, and you can't tell me that they're not the same person, in unless we actually see them in the same room together, I'm not gonna believe they're not the same person. Yeah, it was just weird, man. Piano Lady, I mean, yeah, the more I think about it, the more it creeps me out. And I almost feel, and I mean, what's so even wild? You know what's even wilder than the fact that they kind of look the same? They had her song "Show Love" is extremely similar to LMA's "Boot Up," and you compare that. You add that with the fact that they both look really fucking identical. It's almost kind of creepy. It's almost like Piano Lady stole her fucking look, like everything, like a low grade LMA. Is wild to me. And and now I can actually reference these two people in the same sentence because people know Piano Lady is, but it's just wild to me. I never, haven't really said this in public, but yeah, I think there's some creepy shit in there for sure. Yeah, and I can't be a hypocrite. I do like Piano Lady's music, as similar as it was to Boot Up. You know what I mean? That Show Love song was my fucking jam like 2 years ago. Like that was one of my favorite songs. And LMA obviously Boot Up. I like their album, LMA's, but I don't think the songs were that memorable. And I like the singles before the album came out. I like the song with Chris Brown, which a lot of people didn't like. I actually really enjoyed. But yeah, Piano Lady and LMA are fucking so identical. It's almost wild to me. And nobody's talking about it. Hopefully, you imagine I wonder if like LMA or Piano Lady like watch shit that people put out about them, right? Can you imagine if LMA and Piano Lady are watching this? They very well could, because the internet is not as small as people think. You know what I mean? It's not that far off that they would find a video of somebody talking about them and they wouldn't watch it. So, listen, LMA and Piano Lady, I love you guys. You guys make great music. Y'all are fucking gorgeous, both of you. It's just, I just feel like y'all are the same person. Unless both of y'all come to this podcast and do it, I'm not going to believe you guys are different people. All right, I got to change the fucking camera again. Oh, my God. I'll keep talking, though, so you guys don't leave. You know what I mean? I forget that people actually listen to this podcast. It's wild to me. Like, how do y'all really listen to this? It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's kind of crazy to me. There's people who are watching that I don't know. Like, I know some people, like friends or people that know me that watch this and tell me about it. But, like, there are, like, completely random people. I mean, I just saw a statistic. It's not a lot, but, obviously you can see the fucking plays if you got SoundCloud or whatever. You can see how many people are listening to my shit, but I have this like software called Podcorn, where it kind of puts like all the listens together, right? What the fuck? Let me try to fix this mic first. There we go. Should be good. There you go. Feel better with that. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I have this software called Podcorn that kind of puts all the listens together, and I think the last episode got 300 in the first day or the first 2 days, and it's wild to me because it's like out of those 300, maybe 50 I would know who they are. The rest are complete strangers. So I just appreciate anybody who's listening to these podcasts, because that's just insane to me that some people are listening that I don't know, right? Like, I understand the people who I know, but the fact that there's people who are just enjoying it just to enjoy it, I really fucking appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for listening. Just halfway through the episode, just wanted to let you guys know that. Where did I left off? Oh yeah, I just finished talking about Piano Lady and LMA. Now this is gonna be kind of a quick just mention, but have you ever gotten so hurt? Like, you ever gotten hurt so bad that you just either start running or want to run? Isn't that funny? Like, and this thought comes from a video I just saw. Somebody throwing like a beer across the street, and the guy trying to catch it and falling and fucking hitting his fucking back on a handrail, and then like getting up and like running. And for some reason, I just find that so funny that somebody would like fucking fall to a 2-story building, obviously get hurt by it, and you just start running. And I mean, I can even relate to that myself. Like, there's been times where I fucking there's been times where, like, most recently the other day, like about a week ago, I think, I hit my knee with like something in my car, and like that shit hurt so bad I wanted to fucking cry. Like there's just this kind of hurt that is not like permanent, right? It's temporary. It's not like it's gonna hurt that bad. I guess it's your funny bone, but it was in my knee, so I don't think the funny bone is in my knee. But I hit my fucking knee. That shit hurt. Like I wanted to start running. Like I wanted to. Like it hurts so bad. It's like one of those hurts. It's a weird kind of hurt. It's not like a hurt that like hurts you. It's a hurt that takes this fucking wind out of your body. That hurts your soul. Like one of those hurts. That one of those injuries. Those are bad, man. I mean, when I hit my knee, like I wanted to just drop down and start crying on my knees in front of a house in this fucking sidewalk. I didn't do it. I was just like holding myself back. But I was just like fucking pacing myself before I got in the car again. It was wild. It's one of those unique hurts for sure that you just don't know what to do. But yeah, I wonder if other people feel the same way. It was like when you get hurt so bad, you just want to start running or you start running. I know for sure Dez 2 episodes ago would run because he just likes running anywhere. If you listen to episode 57, you will know what I'm talking about. Inside references, inside jokes. If you want to get them, go back and listen. All right. Justina Valentine. What the fuck is her name? Justina Valentine, to me, looks out of place in every single thing I've ever seen her in. If you don't know what Justina Valentine is, she's the fucking white girl with red hair and a good body and kind of pretty in Wild 'N Out. So the only white girl in Wild 'N Out. And I don't know if it's because of Wild 'N Out. I don't think it's just Wild 'N Out. It's literally everything I see her in. I just feel like she's out of place. And the reason I feel like that is something that I've talked about in this podcast before. About how I don't like people who are not genuine. And that's what I feel like she is. I don't feel like she's genuine at all. Like at all. So when she's doing certain shit, right? I don't know. There's something about her that I just don't like. Again, if Justina Valentine is watching this, hey, you're pretty and you're talented, I guess. Listen, I don't hate you. I'm just saying, like, there's something about her that just is annoying to me because like I said, like it's annoying because I feel like she doesn't belong in the spaces she's in, aka black spaces. Just because she has a good body and can kind of rap and has red hair doesn't mean she should be in the spaces she's in. You know what I mean? I understand you always gotta have the one white girl that wants to be black really bad, right? Like I get it. Every fucking body knows those white girls, but it's just annoying. I just don't like her. I just feel like she doesn't belong really anywhere. So it's just, sorry, Justina Valentine. I just feel like, and apparently her music's bad. I think I've only heard a little bit of it. She just looks out of place. Like, this is specifically what I'm talking about. Why did I see her at the fucking Caribbean episode of Wild 'N Out with like some traditional fucking Caribbean carbs? Why is Justina Valentine wearing fucking Jamaican garbs? You know what I mean? What's she wearing Jamaican clothes and fucking doing the whatever their fucking dance is, like the like whatever the fuck they call it, the guap. No, that's Big Sean's song. Yeah, I don't know why she's in the fucking Caribbean episode of Wild 'N Out. I think I don't know why she's in that show in general, but she definitely shouldn't have been in that show because her wearing that clothes. Listen, I don't get mad about cultural appropriation, but that was the closest I've been like, what the fuck is she doing? You know what I mean? It's just weird. Why is this white girl doing all this shit? You know what I mean? Just stick to fucking, I don't know, IG modeling. Drinking Starbucks, I don't know. Instead of wearing a Jamaican fucking head wrap, how about you just, drink some Starbucks or something? Or use Tinder. I don't know. But it's just, I don't like... That's what it is. I just think she acts black, and I don't think that's truly how she is. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just doesn't feel genuine to me at all. You know what I mean? I feel like she's over blacking it up because she is with a lot of white people. I think that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do the Q&A today, man. I'm gonna do the shut the fuck up segment, and that's it. But yeah, Justina Valentine. You know what I mean? She's you always look out of place. I'm sorry to say that, but you do. You need to. I don't know who she would look in place with. I don't know, like one of those, like a vlog squad girl. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. It's just weird to see her with Jamaican clothes on. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Two more random thoughts, and then we'll get to the last segment before we jump into the aux. Guys who pander to women. And this is something that, you know what? Fuck this shit. What time is it? I mean, I've been recording for a while, 45 minutes, whatever, man. I'm cutting this shit early. I'm getting kind of tired. Fuck the shut the fuck up segment. I think I have enough shit to work with. Do I? I don't think I do. I need to talk about one more thing to have enough clips. All right, guys who pander to women. It's like, for some reason, I almost gave up. It's just I don't have that much energy anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of ran all the energy out of my body. But fuck it, let's go. Guys who pander to women are the most fucking annoying guys. And again, this goes again with the being genuine conversation. Like a lot of guys just say shit because they know women are gonna be like, yeah, that's some feminist shit and that's what it is. Hell yeah, bro. And listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if that's truly how they feel. But especially on Twitter, I just see so many weird, so much shit. It was like guys that clearly, like, no guy ever feels like that. Like, I saw something with, a long time ago, I saw somebody who was getting a facial, you know, let me be clear, a facial, like, to clean their pores or whatever, and it was a guy. But it was something on his face that was just dripping on his face, and it was white and creamy. And a lot of people were like, it's not gay to get a facial. This shit is fine. Y'all got some fucking what is it? Like I just get a random ass email. No, it's just like they got like what the guys will be saying on Twitter will be like, y'all got this toxic masculinity, you got some fragile egos and this and that. This is fine. This is self-care. I remember another one where like what was happening? There was another one where what am I thinking of? There was another time on Twitter where like a guy was like, yo, this is, y'all are mad, Fred. Y'all are mad fucking toxic. Y'all are toxic masculinity. That's what this is. You got fragile egos. Every guy friend I see, I tell them they look good. Yo, you look good, bro. Like, it was like, and everybody who says no homo or pause is gay because says, no, bro, no. There's some shit you just shouldn't say, right? Like, I'm not saying, like, if somebody asks me, is that guy pretty or, like, good looking? I might be like, yeah, he's good looking. But, like, going out of your way to be like, yo, bro, you look fucking handsome. You look sexy as shit, bro. You look so sexy, bro. I would fucking kiss you right now. It's like, they might as well just say that, and then you'd be like, whoa. It's like, whoa, you got a fragile masculinity or whatever the fuck they say. It's like, no, it's just some shit you shouldn't say. Like, why do you got to go around and telling men they look pretty? You know what I mean? If it comes up, you say it, but why do you want to say that? What's in it? What's in it inside of you that you just have to say it? You just don't have to say it. And the same shit, you know, not exactly the same, but the same thing with the people who like saw that video with a guy getting some fucking white creamy shit on their face and calling it a facial and then be like, yeah, childish for thinking that guys can get facials. Guys can get facials, but you cannot tell me that it didn't look like his fucking cum in his face. You can't say that to me. Because it obviously looked like cum in his face. It is what it is. You know what you want me to say? That's just what it was. But you know what these two things have in common? The guys like saying that it's fragile egos and toxic masculinity. They're trying to pander to women, right? Because they know women are gonna be like, that's always women are like, yeah, this and that, yeah, guys should be able to do this and that. It's like, it's not weird, it's not gay, it's not right, because women are very accommodating and shit and very open-minded. But it's like, nah, bro. As a guy, there's certain things that it's almost in us as guys to believe certain shit. And when I see guys that go completely against that, granted, it could be truly how they're feeling, but to me, it just seems like they're just pandering to women. That's just what it seems like. And, you know, I just don't appreciate that because I just feel like it's fake. All right, man. Got like 10 minutes before I have to restart the camera again. So let's just do... I didn't even officially say it. Listen, all right, guys, that's the end for Random Thoughts as the end of this segment. Now let's get into the last segment of the day, of this episode, called Shut the Fuck Up, where I go through people's Instagram stories. I did this in like episode 5 or something. A long time ago I did this, right? Where I would go through people's Instagram stories and, you know, reading the things they post and how fucking angry they get me because they're so stupid. All right, let's jump through a couple of this. This usually takes a while because for some reason, every time I do my segment, people don't post shit like this. All right, let's see. Let's see some serious stuff. People playing video games. Jesus Christ. Why aren't people posting inspirational? There we go. Here you go. I found one. Let's see if this is stupid or not. Your funeral gonna be more packed than your birthday party because motherfuckers would rather see you on your back than on your feet. I'm not too mad at that because it's not. No, I am mad at that. That's obvious. That's my problem with all of these Instagram stories and people sharing certain quotes. It's like so obvious, right? Like, and it also has this weird thing of like people thinking that they hate you, especially the people that post this shit have no followers, and they're like, "Yo, people want to see me dead." I'm like, no, they don't. They don't want to see you dead. No one even sees you. They don't want to see you at all, but they don't want to see you dead. No one cares about you. No one is celebrating your downfall. People have this weird sense of fucking ego that they think people actually want to see them fail. Right? It's like, oh no, people want to see my downfall. People want to see me fail. People want to take advantage of me. Maybe it's just my optimistic side, but it's like, no, they're not. You know what I mean? And I guess the little baby said this. You might not even said this, but your funeral gonna be more packed than your birthday party because motherfuckers would rather see you on your back than on your feet. A little bit of wordplay in there, on your back than on your feet. Whatever. I'm not too mad at that. I'm just mad at certain people that post things like that. All right. Don't apologize to me if you can't change what you are sorry for. I'm not too mad at that. There's certain ones that I think get me mad. This one doesn't really get me mad. When you're trying to sleep but that masturbation spirit start to bother you, okay, that's just funny. All right. And guys will cry, beg, and try to kill himself to get his girl back and cheat again. It's fucked up, but that's just funny. Because it's true. I mean, listen. Here's what it is. If you take a guy back and he cheated and then he cheats again, I mean, I don't know what what am I trying to say with this point? It's just guys are fucking dirtballs and they're going to cheat. If they cheated once, they're probably going to cheat twice. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. All right, let's see if I can find other shit. Let's see what other people are saying. People are just posting. Okay, let me see this. Oh, no, that's just a personal post. I thought it was one of those random quotes. Let's see, man. Why can't I find anything? All right, people promoting their fucking trash-ass music. No thanks. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. I cannot find anything. Why is it every time I post, I try to do an episode, I can't find shit? All right, let's see. Sis, understand this. Oh, see, it starts with sis. I already don't like this shit. Sis, understand this. You're not missing out on it. Oh, Jesus, I almost threw up. Sis, understand this. You're not missing out on anything when you're busy working on your goals and dreams. Stay focused. Okay, I'm not mad at that. It's true. Yeah, just do what you gotta do, bro. That's all that matters. All right, let's see what else. Ooh, she looks pretty. Yeah, let's see. People posting mirror pictures. Interesting. That could be a whole topic. Y'all out here trusting people y'all took from someone else. Can't really trust them. That's true, but it's more complicated than that. All right, let's see this. Oh, okay. This is a joke. All right. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Because I think this is a personal one. What the fuck? Nah, I'm not even gonna read it. That looked wild. They started quoting Bible verses. Nah, bro. I'm not doing that. Why am I? See, I hate that I can never find shit when I'm actually trying to do a segment on this. I'm gonna have to actually save individual. I'm gonna have to save individual stories, which I don't even know how I'm gonna do. I guess screenshotting them. Oh, that's sad. All right, somebody's on their fucking deathbed. That's not something I want to see on my Instagram story. All right. What? Let's see. What is this? Why can't I find anything? Jesus Christ. This is not good. And now I ran out of stories. You know what? Whatever. I think I got enough. I got like 2 good rants in there. Just one, really. What a fucking shitty way to end the episode. But I guess that's not the very end of the episode because we still got one more segment for your ears and not really your eyes because, this part of the podcast is never on YouTube because the fucking YouTube's algorithms and music copyright shit is completely busted. But we're there. We're at the last segment of the podcast, the Oaks, where I like to play songs I've been listening to recently. This song that I'm going to be playing is called Me and My Guitar by Boogie with a Hoodie. I really like his album Artist 2.0, which a lot of people hate, but I don't really think they hate. They're just following the fucking common opinion of it. It's actually a pretty good song. Me and My Guitar, I actually didn't like at first, but then I saw the live rendition he did for Genius, and then I started to listen to it. I'm like, oh shit, this song's actually good. I think Cinderella's story right before it like spoiled me on it. It like made me mad. But yeah, without further talking, it's going to be Me and My Guitar. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hey, listen to the guitar, bro.